We now return to SimCity 4. Okay. Why don't we finish up the town here a bit? Yeah, so a few things to the transport network here. Made notes to myself. Let's go ahead and add public parking and garage here. Doesn't really do a whole lot of good, I guess, for getting people to the airport, but it may make them come here and jump onto the rail, or the bus, I guess. At a station here. Should the station be there? Let's see, where's that other one? Tell you what, we'll add it right there, because then it's kitty corner to the bus, yeah. And we'll also do the same thing over here. Looks like we're going to have to drag a road. Okay. That should be the end of the signs that we can... There. Okay, and then we're going to do commercial zone here. Let's let this run. Put it in that. See what develops there. That is a pretty crazy hill that it's developing on. See how well it works, though. And I suppose maybe for this stuff, since it is kind of coming in here, we could continue a little commercial along here. Just up the front of the airport. Okay. Well, we've got this over here. We may as well add in this neighborhood after all. 3, 4, 5, 6, and a road. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and a road. Road, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, road, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, road, and then we have some along the side. I mean, that would fit, but I kind of like the idea of actually having a little bit of space for the greenery. So why don't we continue this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I need 2. There. See, we can't get into that. Alternative. I could pop this out and then have it run along the back. What we're going to have an issue with here is getting this back in and integrating it back in. Alternatively, we could turn it into farm here. Just leave that as a big one there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Either way, this is going to be slightly off. Unless I could do my little tiny cul-de-sac idea here. Or just Don't worry about, well, see, because it's a big old area here. I don't really know what to do with that. I guess just line it up with trees. Or take out that road. Make a loop. We could do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there, and then we go 3, 3. Yeah, so it'd have to be more like 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. There we go. This still doesn't really do anything different other than just have road along the backside, which I guess I can do. But yeah, this still remains a question of how I want to handle this. Unless I just put a farm there. Which is doable. A little weird, doable. Maybe for that. If I want to do... Well, let's see, I could pull one back from here. Not gonna get a full one in there, are we? Not like that. What about just a couple half farms? Okay, we've absolutely cratered that demand. Instead, bring in something like that. Let's see how that works. Okay, we're doing the hill thing again. Well, it's enough, I guess. I'm gonna put a park in here. Actually, why don't we do a medium park combined with playground, since it looks very similar. And I can put a line of tree in there. Better make sure that the water is going that way. It's going to have to go all the way because it won't reach that back row there. enough. Okay, yeah, that demand has been killed there. So why don't we come in with kind of the farm front location here. Suppose we end up doing the same thing here. As well. Copy it down. Try something smaller there. Or bigger. Right on the gorge there. I guess I'm kind of thinking the same thing along here. There's always room for the housing. For some of it. I don't want to get too close to that gorge, though. Well, that is a very hilly, bumpy little area, isn't it? Maybe I should just leave it, kind of like as a green zone buffer. I don't think I have anything else that I've unlocked. And people want to live next to that. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much it then. You have that front, which I was going to put more commercial there. Now we're fine. This guy's screaming about nothing. Yeah, I don't know that I need more commercial there. Like, if anything, it needs to develop there. So why don't we instead come up in here, do like medium density. Do something like that. And then that way we can do like a flower garden. Oh, not that one. The big one. Big flower garden. Right there. Right in the zone. Apartment complex right there, capping off the street. Now, another thing I've forgotten to put in, I guess, is a high school. Which, boy. Now, if I wanted to do the large high school, that would cover the entire town, but it would also take up an entire block. Which is doable, I guess. We could kill one of these hills. find the school for pretty much everyone in town. Thing is cost. And that's going to jump me up how much? 3,000? But it's either that or only have one. Let's put this. I kind of like the idea of taking out this just so that it deals with this hill. But I'm also afraid what it's going to do is, plow it down into the ground. Maybe it would be better off over here. Don't face the busy. Okay. You son of a... Changed right at the last minute. There. So that's not going to leave really any kind of field for them. Do a plaza on the backside. A park back there. Not really any sports center to speak of. No, we do. I mean, like, the high school I went to didn't really have, playgrounds. It had like a practice field next to it. Yeah, we'll put that there. Okay. So that has pretty much filled all that in. Let's grab you. Do a little bit of a decorative thing here for the town. Surround that ugly industry there. Growing in the shadow of these giant silos. Probably not the best. That may be a reason why no one's moving in over here. In fact, what should probably go here would be like a parking garage. Especially in this area. Tell you what, we'll do one right there. Try and scoop up the people and have them take the bus instead. Now, just for the look of the thing, why don't we delete that, grab you, and then have it go... Well, I mean, I don't know. This way looks better. Kind of, sort of. They have better access to the parking lot, though I don't know why you'd have that, but the arrow pointing, are they still going to be able to get there? That I'm not so sure about. Alright, yeah, and a few other things here. First of all, let's check out the funding on this. It seems to be way too much. As far as the bus goes, I think a lot of the bus is wasted. Bus coverage is wasted. Whatever. A few other things here. So we're not going to name a city, but why don't we come in here and do Guido Alexander Memorial Hospital. There you go. And it has been a while since I've actually labeled a street. It was something I had intended to do, but just kind of never did for most of the places. So there's Main Street, and I guess we'll run this on Central Avenue. Get out of here. call this one? Airway. Alright. Well, what now? Do have a little bit of commercial. We've been eating into the agricultural. Still got a bunch of industrial. Why don't we pop out and try and handle some of that? May have to cut some funding somewhere to make up for that deficit. Let's pop out here now. And let's see. So, calling these by normal naming conventions is going to be difficult because it's not going to work that way. With north and north. Let's just start with one here. Reconcile edges. Well, first of all, I guess we're going to want to raise this up in this corner. Or right. Get this thing to level off of here. That doesn't do what I want. It doesn't do what I want either. Well, never mind then. Just grab it like so. It's gonna be real difficult, isn't it? Alright, let's go pop out and see what this looks like. Real bumpy. Real bumpy. I don't want to do that. Does create kind of a bowl there. Okay. One thing though, you gotta stop doing this. I mean, I guess it's okay if it does bring a bowl. Let's work on the terrain first. Really? Managed to bring that down to this level on the other side, did we? Okay. Pretty severe hill. I'm kind of okay with it though, because it is similar to the other west side. So let me just grab this and do more soften to try and fill in here. Do a save, pop back over to here. Grab this again. Okay, I mean the corner is still crazy, but it softens that down just a bit. Do that again. That looks all right. Okay, well, let's get into here. Yeah, of course. Okay, so this is I don't know. I guess we can call them both north and just pretend they're the same thing. Pause on that. Send that across. And then stop it. Take that and we'll go across with that one. That's how that will connect up. I think in this one I'm going to spread out the farms a little bit. That way they have a little bit of a tree line. I don't know. That would get them right across, wouldn't it? All right. I don't know how well all the lumpy bumpy stuff is going to work. I might not do it at all. What this will do is kind of make it difficult for me to power them up. Now we're going down a severe hill here. I may wish to leave some of that. It's like this one is crazy. That one's not going to work out too well. So I want to do something there. I don't know. Let's just get this down. I'm going to say that one's a little too twisted to work out. Maybe we'll just shrink that one too. Alright. Should only need one of these. Let this run. While that's going on, we're waiting for that. Bring in our little brush here. Yeah, man, that one's... I guess with the orcharding stuff, it makes more sense. Orchards would be a lot easier to handle, I think. That kind of terrain. Severe terrain. Probably also helps with the erosion a little bit more, having trees on a hill with the roots. Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of like that. It would look better if it was thicker, but you know, demarcating the boundaries of each of the farms looks a little bit better, especially at this scale, I think. So that's it. Are we even solvent here? Are we paying the cost? Oh yeah, we're paying the cost of the windmill. That's good. Turbine. What? Keep calling it a windmill. And we will come in here. This one might be a little bit trickier. This one's actually got some crazy hills in it. Doesn't matter, the game doesn't care. Dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. Pause. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know how to handle this one. Getting a little crazy. It's not unbelievable, though. Going up here, maybe. That's quite a slope. Why don't we just leave that? Just fill in these ones real quick. I mean, even given the power situation, I could just take this from the neighbors here. Maybe a little less of a hilly area. Right there. Come on. That's all we need. Turbine right by that silo might not be a great idea. And again, who knows? Kind of hard to tell. It feels like the brush acts differently at different zoom levels. Like clearly, you know, the radius of it changes scale along with your zoom level. But it feels like the intensity also does as well. Right, good enough. Just check that out. Okay, it's gonna have a big hilly area. Speaking of hilly areas, let's go over here and see what we can do about this. I guess we'll want to start big. Boy. Gonna have to come in here. Start up like that. Come up in here. Pretty severe drop off. I think we would expect to have a little bit more of a transition here. Alright. Okay. Pop into that one. Do a reconcile edges on that one. Oh, wow. Even that's a little bit crazy there. But where's it coming from? It's actually coming from this side. So if I maybe soften this just a little. Save that. Go back into here. And there, reconcile the edges again. I just got rid of that crap. You know what? Let's pop out. Pop out of that and not do that. Okay. Well, that's what it says, but I'm gonna go a little bit softer with the hill brush on this one. Okay. And we should be able to come in here. Really? That side's pretty much flat? Well, I guess. Okay, well, why don't we start here then? Call this the East Pass. It should be fairly straightforward. Maybe a little bit more expensive though, just because of the highway and the rail. So I guess with that in mind, well, not really. Pull one of those. So this is going to have some kind of road in there. Try this tree line thing. Okay. Can't really see the purpose of that. I don't know that I want one going all the way up there. Smaller farmstead there. And let's see. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. If we do something like that. Come on, brush. Just fill in our little trees here. Move on to the next one. We might have this whole corner knocked out here soon. Oh, one more for the road. Just barely. Just barely. It works. Okay. Get out of there. Get down to here. Middle East. Now, let's see. I gotta come out here for a minute. See, I think based upon this, we're probably not gonna have a road going this way, because I'm thinking I'm gonna have the mountains maybe go off. So this is pretty much where it's gonna end. We'll really like maybe raise the edge of that just a bit. But I think it'll be fine with. Would you go away? Real quick farms. I can't really see a reason to build more up there. That's a really bad hill, isn't it? Why don't we just do something like that? Doesn't go all the way up the hill. Of course, I forgot. I mean, really, the best place to put this would be right here on the hill. Put it right there instead. Come on, game. I know there's demand in here. Come into our little trees and at least just one more area. Oh boy, the hills are doing all sorts of crazy things. It's okay. We don't have to look at it at all, except from the air. As long as it looks good on the map, that's fine. An awful lot of traffic as soon as you put these things down. Okay. Good enough. Solvent? Yeah. Okay. Well, clearly we have more demand, so I think I'll do that one and then that one next time, and then maybe even do the connection here for the highway, so we'll knock all transport out. And that will probably be more than enough of the agricultural demand. So looking at it here, I've got a little bit of hill there. But I think most of this, in connection with that, is going to end up being probably the mountain. And so that'll run right alongside of it and then dip in there. Connect that up. I do have rail here. I guess I could straight shot it over there and have it connect into here somehow. Maybe we should connect the stuff first. Or have it come in here and then it would connect into here. I don't know. But I got a dangling rail thing right here. So that's got to find some kind of connection. So yeah, maybe we'll work on those two and then we'll kind of fill in the rest of the area cohesively and then work on the mountain. I'll end this one here. I'll see you next time.